Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, I am Richard Leland Neal, and of course this is my channel, Richard Neal, and somebody asked me a truly interesting question this morning. I am filming this late on the 4th of July, and somebody asked me, are you ready for the 4th of July? This morning as I was going to a store to buy something. And I responded with, what I did for the 4th of July was I fed a hungry old man. This was not abnormal for me because he's a man I work with. Had said that he was weakened from hunger, having trouble affording food, and because he has special dietary concerns, food is somewhat difficult for him to obtain. So I went home that next day and decided, all right, I'm going to get him some fruit. Because I went to Costco, bought more than I could eat, and it's just going to go bad anyway. So I gave him a bag with a pear and some strawberries and some cherries. And he looked at me and he had this big smile on his face and said that he hadn't eaten a pear in 20 years. Well, what he exactly said, well, closer to what he said was, I haven't had a pear in years, maybe decades. So it was one of those sorts of things. So here is the thing. While my neighbors are here lighting off fireworks, endangering their children, and otherwise getting ridiculously drunk, I decided to help somebody feel freedom. A freedom from want. This is one of the fundamental freedoms of what it means to be a truly free individual. I can't say an American freedom, because Americans right now are suffering greatly from want. But I said that it was simply unacceptable for this man to suffer want on the 4th of July. I would not have waited for the 4th of July, so I'm going to be clear on that. I don't care if it was the 4th of July. He told me he was sick. He told me he was hungry. I went home and found something he could eat. He won't take sugary things. He suffers from diabetes or something of that nature. So sugar makes him ill, so he can't have refined sugar. So it had to be fruit. It couldn't be like a candy bar or something. I could have gone over to the vending machine and bought him something. I had to get him something that was, made by nature, so to speak. So there's that. Now, I'm going to say this much. While you're lighting up the skies on the 4th of July, I lit up a man's face. I think I beat your fireworks. You could tell me if I'm right or wrong down in the comments below. I am Richard Leland Neal.